my precious little unicorn. How are you doing today? Good, good. I'm so glad you're here. That's all that matters right now, isn't it? Just us hanging out, reading some drama in other people's lives that doesn't affect ours, and we can judge them all we want. Let's do it! Hello everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm KallMeKris, you can call me Chris, and today we're reading Reddit. We're reading Reddit again. We're doing true crime Reddit. I don't know why. We've gotten into this pattern. I feel like I'm gonna throw in a vlog somewhere in here on one of these Saturdays, but I've just been really enjoying this and you guys have been really enjoying it too. So let's just stop talking about it and let's just start reading, all right? Let's get into it. Send help. Friend wants to wear this to a wedding. I pray there's a picture. Descriptions are fine, but I prefer pictures, okay? Please help! A friend and I are attending a black tie wedding. I'm the +1. Without hesitation, I've already selected a standard tux and plan to add my own flair. However, the dresses my friend is selecting worry me. She is convinced the bride, who is marrying one of the friend's college pals, won't be angry about this dress appearing at any of her events. Oh my god, I think it's white. I won't go into any backstory, but suffice to say, this isn't the only white dress she sent me. Oh no, she thinks she's the main character. It is, unfortunately, the only remaining white dress she says she's going to buy and bring anyway, to not just one, but 2 separate weddings. Oh wow, okay. She really does have that main character syndrome. Oh no. Apparently, my word as gay bestie and fashion etiquette experience with weddings means very little to her. This girl, you need to warn the brides, or like get the, I don't know if you know the, I mean, yeah, you're the +1. Shit, you don't know the bride's numbers. Maybe find them on Facebook, you know, because there's 2. You're talking about one wedding, but you're saying there's 2 weddings, but I would find them and be like, hey, please reach out to her and say like, don't wear white or something. I don't know. Sorry, I'll keep reading. I suspect she knows it won't fly as she refuses to send photos of any of her pics to relevant maids of honor or bridesmaids for the 2 upcoming weddings. So please, internet strangers, help me convince her otherwise. Stop it! Don't do it, okay? Your Auntie Chris says, don't do it. Oh, this was recently. This was like less than a week ago. Shit. Hopefully she sees this. Hopefully. Oh my God, we have a picture. We have a picture. Everybody shut up, sit down, grab a snack, grab a blankie. Everybody calm the f down, all right? You're shitting my dick right now. First of all, I really like this. It reminds me of like something Kate Hudson would wear or something, but it's white. And it's so, it could be like a beach bridal gown. Wow. Unacceptable. Unacceptable. Show her this video, all right? Show her this video. Hi. Don't do that, okay? Don't be that. Don't be that girl. But what do I know? Let's read the comments. Let's see if I'm being ridiculous. Genuinely give her an ultimatum. You do not need to go down with the ship. Yeah, I wouldn't go. Oh my God, I would not go with her. Holy shit. OP said, I think I'll have to. I don't see this as normal behavior and I refuse to be seen standing next to someone in a white dress who isn't the bride. Exactly. Oh no, she's refusing to send pics to the maid of honors. Was she asked to? That makes it sound like it's not just ignorant, but malicious. Yeah, like she's just trying to upstage these brides. Yeah, oh my gosh, this is ridiculous. Yeah, I'd give her an ultimatum. And then if she's just like, yeah, okay, whatever. I don't know, I would go as far as to contact the brides and be like, this girl is coming to your wedding. She's gonna be wearing white. Like, you should just invite her. Obi said, yep, starting to wonder about that now. I'm realizing this might have been a blind spot for me because of the friendship. She's not generally petty or malicious, but she can be wildly ignorant at times. No, everyone knows. Everyone knows she's not sending it to the maid of honors for a reason. She's being calculated and malicious and just like narcissistic. Pretty much. I don't buy that. Yeah, no. Ooh, and we have a little update. Let's read it. Okay, mini update. Same day. Okay, update. I think she already owns the dress, but she won't confirm. Found out it's from 2 years ago. She is almost certainly bringing it if I don't make an ultimatum. Fair warning, y'all might be witnessing the rapid end of a very close friendship in real time. There's more to the story and I'm learning more by the minute. Yeah, this doesn't come out of nowhere. It doesn't come from like, ooh, like it's a pale yellow. Like, do you think it would pass? No? Okay, then I won't wear it. It's literally white. There's something there. We need to peel back the onion layers because she's like loves one of the girl's husbands or something, and she like dated this other guy, and maybe she was having an affair with somebody, and we need to peel those back because I need the juice. I need the onion juice, okay? I hope there's more updates. Comments say, is she the ex? This is vengeful. OP said she said no, but that is not the story I'm being told by others. Exactly. Do you know the brides yourself? Also, if so, tell them. Exactly. Great minds. I've warned the bridal party. Yes. We're doing this now, by the way, for yes. For like yes, because this is the sign for yes. Technically, this is the sign for no. Technically, it's with 2 hands, but it just bothers me that people are like, yes, because it means no. Yes. Okay. I warned the bridal party for the second wedding as I have other friends involved, but the second bride is much less assertive, so I didn't hesitate to let her wolf pack know. Exactly, and there's another update. Oh my god. Thank you to everyone who has responded. Seriously, this has been such an eye-opening moment. I'm not attending the weddings with my ex-friend. Damn! It is amazing how blind one can become when an individual is so good at compartmentalizing his or her life. Turns out she is an ex-situationship of both grooms with messy history. I fucking knew it! Fully hidden from me until now. My ex-friend was aware we had mutuals among the groups, but she severely underestimated how close I remained to those mutuals to this day. Apparently, she lied to me repeatedly regarding her friendships with the grooms and several groomsmen across both wedding parties. I have zero issues with this, except the fact that lying to me and choosing white dresses is, as one commenter correctly stated, some of the tackiest friend behavior I've endured as an adult. Yeah, that's so childish. It's so childish and petty and ugh. Like, you're an adult woman. Grow up. My God. I don't care who she's been with or what their relationships are like now, but I refuse to be dragged into any dramatic shenanigans. The white dress choice was intentional and malicious. Women don't usually work in like ignorant ways. Like a guy being like, oh, I didn't know what to wear to the wedding. That makes sense. A girl? She then went on to all but admit to inviting me as her +1 to the first wedding because she can't afford the hotel or sightseeing unrelated to the wedding on her own, and was and is only attending the second wedding as I already have accommodations nearby. Oh, so she's using you as a wallet. Cute. So in less than 2 hours, one little "help me, the dress is wrong" post has brought years of lying, financial misuse, and poor behavior to our mutual friends to light. I am not sticking around long enough to knowingly experience any more. The stories from others are still surfacing. I cannot believe I was so blinded. Oh, I'm so sorry. That sucks to think that you were in a friendship for that long and it was just all, you know, maybe not all a lie, but I mean, essentially, like, she chose to withhold so much information from you and then try to make you feel bad for what you're saying. It's just all toxic and shit. Another commenter said something akin to, I love how this sub supports brides. And boy, am I grateful for the community that not only helped me prove a point, but helped use a dress choice to expose behavior I will not tolerate in a friend I thought I had made for life. I leave you with this nugget. In response to my ultimatum, she made statements to the effect that she assumed I would just go along with it because I'm her close friend, not theirs. No, ma'am. I will not. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. You know what I mean? Easiest choice to end a friendship I've ever had. Thank you. Crazy. Thank you for giving me all the onion juice. You didn't even lose a friend, you know? You just lost some fucking lying dead weight. That's what I say. No, I'm glad you got out of that friendship because that's just toxic as hell. And I hope she finds peace in life and realizes what she does affects others. All right, next up, am I the scallywag for charging my friend $800 after she left me 4 hours from home? Oh my God. I'm excited to dig into this onion, tell you what. Becky, 31 female, and I, 31 female, have been best friends for 20 years. In high school, we became close with Ryan and Daniel, and the 4 of us did everything together. Becky has always been fixated on Ryan. If he liked a girl, she would tear her apart or make passive-aggressive comments until it was uncomfortable. Oh, I love these types of people. You know, pick-me's. Oh my gosh. This is like I knew these people growing up. I knew these girls growing up. When he had girlfriends, she would openly criticize them and act like they weren't good enough for him. Eventually, she started doing the same thing to me. Why is there 20 years of friendship? If that's what she's doing to you and you know it? I'm gonna keep reading. I'm gonna keep reading and not judge immediately. She would make comments to downplay my friendship with Ryan or subtly compare us. Like she needed to prove she mattered more. It felt competitive for no reason, but I ignored it for years. 20! To be exact, seemed like. Fast forward to Ryan's wedding last month. Oh no. We have another vindictive, malicious person. Oh no. Becky and I drove together and shared a hotel. The passive-aggressive comments started again. She said I would not even be at the wedding if it was not for her. Even saying things like that in front of other people. Later in the hotel, she complained that Ryan did not spend enough time with her. It's his wedding weekend. What are you talking about? She actually said, sorry to you and Daniel, but he should at least want to spend time with me. Girl, be so for real right now. Another main character person. Wow. After years of this, I snapped and said, what a weird thing to say out loud. Exactly. She immediately escalated and said, oh, what? You really think that Ryan and I aren't better friends? And brought up that he asked her to help design the engagement ring. Well, I'm sure she loved that. I said, I don't care who's closer, but it's weird that you care this much. It's not our fault you're in love with him. She stormed out, and instead of coming back, she drove off and left me stranded 4 hours away with no way to get home. Oh my gosh, where are you? Are you at least at like an IHOP, like a Denny's or something? Like, are you at a restaurant? Can you get food at least? This is terrible. Also, like, I don't know where you are, but a lot of places don't have taxis. Like the town I live in, there's no taxis. There's no Ubers. So the next morning, I couldn't rent a car because I only had a debit card. Oh my gosh, that is so messed up. So my only option was a same-day flight back to where I live across the country, which cost $800. I can't believe people like this exist. I sent her an angry text and a Venmo request. She hasn't responded and we haven't spoken in a month. Okay, easy. Dunskies. Another friend. Another friend bites the dust. Yeah. Another friend bites the dust. You know what I mean? I didn't plan it like this. I didn't realize this was going to be about a friend bite the dust again, but good riddance. I'll admit saying she's in love with him was harsh, and the text I sent after was not my best moment. She left you stranded 4 hours away, and you had to spend $800 to get home. Man, we're supposed to talk tomorrow. Am I the asshole? No. No, she knows what she's doing. She knows what the words that are coming out of her mouth. She knows that she's like the ultimate pick-me, can't help herself. She's in love with Ryan. She wants to show up in a white dress, I bet, to this wedding. Oh my goodness. It's ridiculous. Easy, not the asshole. Drop this person. I'm getting so black and white like all the Redditors. It's like, divorce! You know? Not the asshole. Ditching your friend without a way home is a safety issue. You had every right to be upset, especially when that came with a $800 plane ticket. I wouldn't say she's a friend anymore. Yeah, easy work. Unfortunately, you will never get money from her, and I doubt you would win in small claims court. Best to move on and go no contact with her, not the asshole. Yeah, I wouldn't even bother like taking her to court or doing anything like that. Just take the loss and take the gain of just gaining time back where you don't need to be in that bitch's life. You know what I mean? Oh, we have an update though. 9 days later. Ooh. I wanted to address some common comments first. 4 hours versus across the country. I'm in the US and flew from the West Coast to East Coast. We wanted extra time together since we don't see each other often, so I flew into my hometown about 4 hours from the wedding instead of somewhere closer. This sounds like teenage drama. Totally fair. I think that's part of why I snapped. It felt like, are we really still doing this at 30? It's also a sign I should have addressed this sooner. She's going as far as to abandon you in a situation, not talk to you for a month and stonewall you. This isn't a friend. This is a leech. She's just like an energy leech. Like she just wants to take your pain and misery and just feed off of it like a leech. Rental car issue. I was told I couldn't use a debit card unless I had a license from the state. Otherwise, it had to be a credit card. No credit card. I had debt in my early 20s. Girl, you don't need to explain yourself. That's fine. Why not bus or train? I looked into it. Neither would have gotten me back in time for my return flight. A train home would have taken almost 3 days and cost about the same. My options were flying out of the closest airport or trying to get back to my original airport 4 hours away. Either way, I needed a same-day flight. Venmo request. I sent it out of anger. I told her later I don't expect her to pay me back. Now for the update. We had the call and it wasn't productive. Shocking. I apologized for what I said and that it was below the belt, especially the "in love with Ryan" comment, even though it's true. I acknowledged it was hurtful and told her I wouldn't say things like that again because I will never be seeing you again. Right? Hopefully. I apologized for the text and Venmo request, explained they came from anger, and made it clear I don't expect her to pay me back. Okay, so you're taking the road that's in heaven right now. I explained that her comments have been a long-standing pattern I never addressed but should have. When I brought up being left stranded, she didn't acknowledge it at all and became defensive. So she's taken the detour through hell. Okay, no high road here. She started crying and asked if we could just go back to how things were. Oh, wouldn't that be easy, Becky? Wouldn't that just be the easier thing to do for you? Let's just erase it. I told her I didn't think that was possible. After the call, I realized this isn't something we can come back from. I'm willing to work through a lot, especially when I have a role in things, but the lack of remorse or even acknowledgement for leaving me stranded made that clear. As many said, this hasn't been a real friendship for a while. It wasn't always like this, but it sounds like it was. Sounds like that's exactly what it was. It wasn't always like this, but over time the dynamic shifted in ways I kept overlooking and brushing off instead of addressing. I think I held on to it because of the history. Again, I feel like a lot of people do that just because it's like, oh, we've been friends for 10 years. Like, what am I going to do? Never talk to her again? Ding, 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 ding. You know, you can do that. During the month we didn't talk, I actually felt at peace, which says a lot. I realized that not dealing with her behavior earlier probably contributed to it becoming a more explosive conflict than it would have been if I had addressed it sooner. I appreciate the honest feedback. I'm still sad about letting go of a friendship I cared about, but I know I'll be okay. You will. And like you said, you're going to feel a wash of inner peace. And you're going to notice that, whoa, I don't smell, the toxic sulfur demon shit that's coming off this girl. You know what I mean? You're going to be all right. You're gonna be all right. Friends help pick you up from where you're abandoned. You know what I mean? This just makes me upset for you. So I'm glad that you got rid of that person. You deserve better. What do you guys think? Have you guys gotten rid of a friend? Like a long-term friend? I have. Let's read one more. Am I overreacting? My husband doesn't believe our 4-month-old is his and asked for a paternity test. These ones always scare me. Because it's like you just went through all kinds of trauma giving birth and then the kid comes out not looking exactly like the dad, and then he's like, it's not mine, and it's like the last thing you should be worrying about right now. And I know there's situations where it's not theirs, but I feel like every Reddit post I've ever read, it's always theirs. Anyway, I'll keep reading. My husband, 29, and I, 22, I already have the dynamic there, have been together for 2 years now. Okay, and officially married for 1. For some context, he is Pakistani, dark eyes, dark skin, and hair, and I'm white, blue eyes, light brown hair, and pale. So of course, our child was going to be a mix of features. And I love how people just don't understand how genes work. I think maybe he assumed that he would mainly look like him. But when our son was born, he was purplish color with dark hair, which is actually what I looked like when I was born too. He was so in love with him, very much an attentive father, and his favorite thing in the world was the rush into our flat and to see him after work. Oh yeah, I guess he's 4-month-old when you're talking about this. Okay, at least it wasn't the day he gave birth. That's good. It's been 4 months since he was born. His dark hair fell out and now is growing in blonde. He has blue eyes and light skin, so he looks like you. Got it. These past few weeks, he has been very distant towards him, not as excited and just more in his thoughts. I finally figured out why last night. He frankly asked if I cheated on him, and I told him of course not, and then he kept yelling at me and saying I was lying. I asked him why he thought this way, and he said that it was because he looked nothing like him. Facially, my son has a lot of his features, his eye shape and nose. He's 4 months old, dude. They're still they don't even have their skin yet, man. You know what I mean? Their final form. It takes years. But because he has lighter coloring, he is saying I cheated. In the argument last night, he referred to him as my son, not our son. I'm so sorry. That has to be so heartbreaking. You're going through postpartum, and he's just being a dick. Honestly, I've never been more hurt in my life. I started crying saying he was his son and saying I cheated on him was unforgivable. I think she wrote that wrong. I would never have suggested I cheated on him if I were in his position. He then said he wanted a paternity test, and if he found out I cheated on him, we were getting a divorce. I told him this whole thing was asinine, that some babies get darker as they grow up, and I was white-haired until I was 4. He just wouldn't listen to me. I just feel extremely betrayed that he would ever think that I cheated on him. So even if we do a paternity test, which he wanted to do tomorrow, I feel like the trust in our relationship is gone. I guess I want some perspective. Do you think he was right to ask for a paternity test? Is it right that I feel like our relationship won't be the same regardless of the results, which I know will come back with him as the father? I just don't know what to think. This is the first time posting on Reddit, so sorry for formatting mistakes. I don't know. It's just weird. Like, he's a 29-year-old man. He doesn't know how genes work and that the baby can just look like you and have like some of his features and his skin color changes and all this stuff. It's giving immature, obtuse, idiot, just mean dumbass to me. You know, and I mean, the test is going to come back and he's going to see it. Then what happens? Then what do we do? I don't know. I feel it's completely valid for you to feel completely not attracted to him after he has accused you of something when there is no proof of it, by the way. No actual good proof. Like, there's no phone stuff or anything besides the baby just not looking exactly like him. It's just ridiculous. Yeah, I'm curious what the comments say. My mom is Arab Indian and my dad is white. I have blue eyes and auburn hair. It's definitely possible to look more Caucasian and still have Desi blood. Yeah, I mean, duh. The fact that he's even going so far as ignoring the baby and not referring to him as his anymore is almost the worst part. Absolutely. My God, I can't even, that's gotta be so heartbreaking. Not only does he not trust you, he hasn't even gained any real affection for your shared child in all these months. I feel like any decent human would have a hard time snubbing an innocent baby like this. You are your husband actually sucks. I'm sorry. Yeah, you're not overreacting at all. I kind of wonder if he's decided he's over having a baby and wants an excuse to leave that doesn't make him look like a jackass. I mean, that would just be stupid because it does make him look like a jackass because he's gonna get the paternity test and it's gonna be his kid. Like, what? So dumb. When was this? Ah, crap. I don't know if we have, I'm sorry guys. I thought there was an update. I don't know if there's an update. I'm so sorry. Please don't hurt me. Oh no, there's none. Oh no, there's none. Did anybody else have a baby? And then it came out and you're like, who is that? Let me know down in the comments. Since there wasn't an update, we'll do one more. Okay, we'll do one more. All right. Me, 20 female, with my boyfriend, 20 male, of 2 years. His student is suddenly being too friendly. Oh dear. Okay. Hi there, Reddit. Apologies for the throwaway, but I know that she browses Reddit. As such, some names and ages are also modified a bit. All right, so my boyfriend, Robin, is a tutor for our university. He's got many, many students, and I'm perfectly comfortable with the amount of time he spends with them. No more than an hour per session, and no more than 3 per day, since he also wants to devote time to both schooling and our relationship. One student in particular, Lucy, 18 female, has been spending quite a bit of time with our friend group recently, and once again, I'm okay with that. The more, the merrier, you know? Okay, so you're chill as fucking cool as love that for you. Well, Lucy seemed nice enough at first. Good sense of humor, witty, and in general, a nice person. It wasn't until she had been in the group for 2 weeks that both myself and Robin started noticing some odd things. Anytime we sit together with our friends for a meal, Lucy always has to take a seat next to Robin. Always. I don't need to read anymore. She's in love with him. But I'll keep reading. She texts him constantly, asking him what he is doing and if he can come over to her place for some extra tutoring. Robin is very, very firm about his 1 hour per student, 3 student per day rule. Okay, well that's good. At least he's like laying down the law. My boyfriend loves strawberry ramoon? I don't know what that is. Sounds good though. One day he opened the door to his dorm and found a crate of it, all from her. So she's like literally obsessed with him. This is literally a stalker movie in the making. Okay, got it. We are pretty big fans of Attack on Titan. Oh, fuck yeah, dude, I fucking love Attack on Titan, dude. And we do wear shirts and the like a lot. One day she shows up in full Scouting Legion attire. That's not normal attire, by the way, which costs hundreds of dollars. She claims she's a fan, but when I ask her opinion on a certain character, she got this character completely wrong. For those who care are wondering, I asked her opinion on Commander Erwin, but she launched into a long, full of wrong facts explanation on Pixies instead. That's pretty funny. We're also big fans of Gravity Falls and therefore planning to dress as Dipper and Pacifica for Halloween. She's insisting on being part of the costume as Wendy, who Dipper had a giant crush on throughout the show. Wow, she's like not even a little bit subtle. Wow, that's wild. That's wild. Like she's just gonna show up in a white dress and a little suit for him and a little ring with a little Elvis impersonator, you know? just like a little wedding ceremony. Another point, we were talking about bearded ladies once. One of my friends cracked a joke about such people being perfect for myself and Robin, since we're both openly bisexual. Robin snorted and said, I prefer my women like I prefer my men, brunette and clean shaven. Got it, so that's probably what his girlfriend looks like, the OP. While winking at me, Lucy started laughing and said, and here I thought you preferred your women blonde. Because you know I'm blonde. Me, Lucy. I could go on and on about her odd behavior, but I think you guys get the gist of it. Yeah, she's in love with him. She's obsessed with him. And I'm scared she's going to murder you at some point, I think. What's going on, Reddit? She's going to murder you and she's going to try to take your boyfriend, I think. I've seen enough movies. I know. She was not like this at all before, according to my boyfriend. He's a little stupid because he's a boy. In fact, she used to shy away from him whenever he reached over to take her paper to correct it. Yeah, because she loved him and she had a crush and she was not confident yet. We are both very, very uncomfortable with her behavior. Okay, so just drop her as a student and don't hang out with her anymore. But I have no idea as to how to approach it. Speaking with her is out of the question. She makes a big deal out of small things, something I learned when she took her computer to the university ITs where I work, and we don't want to cause any scenes. What do you mean? Dude, phones exist. What are we doing? Just text her. Get your boyfriend to text her and be like, I don't want to hang out with you and I can't tutor you anymore. Easy peasy. Dunskies. Why are we talking right now? I appreciate it though. That's my advice though. I would literally just have a conversation with her. If you want to be extremely cordial, you know, you can invite her over. The two of you can sit down with her and be like, hey, we don't really want to hang out with you. He can't do this anymore because you're making us uncomfortable. Bye. Who gives a how she feels. You know what I mean? It sounds like you've already talked to him about it and he doesn't like her behavior either. If that's true, he needs to be clear about how uncomfortable it makes him. This means speaking to her about how she cannot give him any more gifts, explaining she cannot join your costume because it is a couple's costume and he wants to be personal with just the two of you, possibly dropping her as a student and finding a replacement. It's literally what I just said. Okay. I understand this might be hard if you guys don't like confrontation, but trust me when I say it is absolutely necessary. She's young and she probably doesn't realize how aggressive she's being, but you don't want to make the situation any more awkward than it will be by allowing her crush to grow. Nip it in the bud ASAP. Yeah, agreed. OP said, we will. Thank you for the input. He's going to speak with her during their session tonight. Okay. Which, with luck, won't be canceled. We are both already prepared to tell her that we will not tolerate any more of this behavior. The only thing is, as I've stated in the other comments, she can be quite the loud one. We don't want that sort of attention. Do you think there's any way we can speak with her to avoid that? What do you mean she's loud? What are you talking about? Talk with her in a room without people around. What are we talking about? Just text her. That's what phones and emails are for. What are we talking about? I'm sorry, I'm getting upset. It's the end of the video. I start to crash out a little bit more. I start to get mad and a little short-tempered with these people. And they're young. They're young. They don't know yet. They don't know. They don't know. They don't know that they could just be like, shut the fuck, I don't want you in my life anymore. Said, I'm literally going crazy right now. Well, okay, wait. So a comment said, what were the other things? I'm glad your boyfriend shoots her advances down. It's honestly refreshing after reading all these awful threads. I can't stop. It's like novellas. Help. Same. She says, oh Lord, I'm glad as well. For all the stories you read about terrible guys, I'm glad Robin at least isn't one of them. As for the other things, jokingly asked him how big his member was. When he asked her why, she answered with, just so I know what I'm up against. Okay. If a woman came up to my husband and said this, I'm just saying you'd see her name in the newspaper the next day. All right, what else? Baked our whole group a plate of cookies, handed the first one to Robin. She ran out by the time she got to me, but she served herself first. Oh, that's so nice. Robin once showed up in nice pants. Robin's butt looks good in nice pants. I eyed that booty and Wolf whistled at it because, hot damn. I love that. According to one of my friends, the moment I turned away from the booty, she made an attempt to smack it, but Robin took a step away at that instant without realizing that she wanted that booty. That's awesome. There's a bunch more, but they're just all terrible. Holy crap. Then we have an update, so let's just read the update. Last night, Lucy came for her tutoring session. At the time, I was helping Robin with his laundry, so when she knocked, only Robin went to go answer the door. I decided to stay behind in the room. Eavesdrop, drop, drop, eavesdrop. Drop. So I decided to stay behind in the room, continuing to fold his laundry, but listening in case I had to step in. Everything started out normal at first, with her putting her books down and trying to make small talk with him. Robin is a very polite man, so he answered her small talk questions accordingly. But the moment they sat down, according to Robin, she actually scooted her chair closer to his, so much that their legs were nearly touching under the table. Robin got to business. Oh, Robin! We love Robin. Reddit, what happens next is completely unreal. I don't even know if I had only dreamed of all of this or not, but I truly do wish I could have made this up. Unfortunately, I'm not creative enough, nor am I capable enough. I would never have thought that such a seemingly normal girl would turn out like this, but I suppose there are unexpected ugly sides everywhere. Nevertheless, here is what happened. Oh, I expect the worst from this girl. From what you said. Holy crap. Robin immediately started out telling her that lately he's noticed that she's been trying to insert herself into both his and my hobbies for quite a while. He's also noted that she seems to be spending quite a bit of money on him lately as well, noting the Strawberry Ramoon, sorry if I'm saying that wrong, crate, and I didn't even know about this one, the Attack on Titan ring set. Oh, wow. He said that while he is flattered and appreciates the gifts, he wants her to stop because it is not appropriate behavior between a tutor and his tutee. Tutee? I didn't know that was a thing. Okay, tutee. I think she may have tried to say something because Robin said rather quickly after that, and I'm sorry, but even from a friend, I can't accept gifts that extravagant. Okay, good on you, Robin. She was quiet for a bit. I actually had to sneak shuffle my way over to the doorway, staying out of sight, of course, since they would be able to see me from the table, to hear anything. But it sounded like Lucy started crying. I'm sorry. Womp womp, you know? Okay, Lucy. Or sniffling at the very least. Next thing I know, she burst into tears and rambling something that afterwards, even Robin couldn't comprehend. Oh no. She's doing that. By the time she was able to be comprehensible again, that's when shit got weird. She started blubbering about star signs, about how it was written in the stars that not only were they compatible, but they were destined to be together. Oh man, dude. She has made spells. I know she has. She has done seances and she's put some shit on the floor, some candles on the floor, and she's done some shit, okay? Check her room for voodoo dolls. She told them how she had read in her horoscope or fortune or something like that her true love would be her greatest teacher, and she the wisest of students. She also went on and on about how it was meant to be that they would meet for tutoring, then fall deeply in love and carry on a forbidden romance until he could, and I quote, shed the shackles of his duty and false lover, so that they may walk forever amongst the stars. Oh, she's crazy. I'm not saying horoscopes are crazy. They're fun to read, whatever. I think there's something to it. But she, you know, this is another level, all right? This is another level. She took it to the top floor. She took it to the penthouse, you know what I'm saying? By now, both Robin and I were shocked, speechless. While we perfectly respect those that truly believe in fate, this was something that we simply couldn't get our heads around. I honestly wanted to walk out and say something, but kept quiet because then she started on another tirade. Oh no, I would have been just listening, recording in the corner. She started going on and on about how it was written in wherever she is getting this from, that I was undeserving of Robin's love, and that I was only there because I wanted to lead Robin astray from the true path of love. She also said that once she fulfilled her duty of lifting the veil from Robin's eyes, they would travel the world and together raise 3 beautiful children. Yeah, she's done some witchy shit. All with Robin's eyes and her hair. You know what? I'm actually starting to get concerned about her a little bit. I feel like I'm a little concerned about old Lucy here. She would teach them how to be good, kind people, and he would pass on his wisdom. Together, she claimed they would become king and queen of the world. Okay, yeah. So I went. We've been making fun, but I'm actually concerned. And from what you said too, you're like, I literally can't make this up. Like, This is concerning. Anyway, Robin stopped her right after that and said that, veil or not, he's most certainly not going to leave me, and that even if he did, he had no feelings for her beyond a student and maybe a friend. Robin, we're not friends with her anymore. He also said that on top of that, this was not about some destiny, but about her behavior and his request that she stop it. He asked her to understand that the costume in question was a couple's costume, and thus he wanted to make it special for just myself and him. Why aren't we kicking her out the door right now? What are we doing, you know? He told her that while he appreciated that another person shared the same interest as us, that she was going too far with them. Lucy immediately countered with, if my name truly loved you, she would not be cheating on you right now this moment. Okay, so now I'm back to just being like, oh, she's just a bitch. I saw her 3 different guys on my way to your room. Why? So she's literally, she's not okay. She needs to like talk to somebody. This is like just fantasy, pathological lying. This needs to be addressed. I'm actually concerned about Lucy now. Wow. But you need to walk out very dramatically now. Now that got me pissed. Yes, okay, shit was already pretty nuts, but really, if you're going to lie about me cheating, at least have the courtesy to make me seem less stupid. Either way, I was so done at that point, and in a fit of anger, I took hold of one of the articles of clothing I was folding and marched the out. The look on her face was priceless. Here she was, caught in a bold-faced lie, and there I was, waving Robin's boxers around. I knew it was gonna be his boxers. And going, she's right, Robin, I'm f***ing leaving you, I'm sorry, but I'm more in love with your boxers. Okay, we could have worked on that line, but that's fine, you had your moment. Robin can't take it. He just starts cracking up and almost falls out of his chair. He may have been done for the count, but I wasn't done. I immediately marched up to Lucy and told her that, sorry, not sorry, she's no longer welcome in our friend group. I told her that I did not like the way she was trying to steal my boyfriend or the way she kept butting into things that we planned to be just us sort of things. I also very empathetically told her that the both of us were not welcoming to people who would dare to spread lies about either of us. And the entire way through, she cried and kept mumbling things like fate and destiny and all her mumbo jumbo. I don't know if it's mumbo jumbo. I think she really believed it. Eventually, Robin managed to compose himself enough to start talking again. He told her that he agreed with me and that while he would have eventually forgiven her attempting to come between the relationship and acting inappropriately towards him, he could never forgive someone attempting to lie to him about someone he loved dearly. So with that, he got up, gathered her stuff for her, and gestured her to the door. But of course, Lucy had to go in for one more attempt. What does she do? She pulls out her she pulls up her shirt and he's like, oh, never mind. All right, I'm walking out the door with her. All right. She had come in wearing rather revealing clothing, which is actually quite normal for her. But apparently she wasn't wearing a bra and maybe no underwear at all underneath it. She just pulls down her collar and bam! Robin immediately recoils and looks away because while he's fine with seeing breastises, he's taken quite a few different anatomy classes. He's just always been the sort of person that would rather just not see those waving at him. And oh boy, is she waving those things around. Practically screaming at him to look at them. This is so embarrassing. Oh, Lucy, what are we doing? Dude, I want to sit Lucy down and really just talk to her and be like, you're better than this, honey. Practically screaming at him to look at them and understand that it is her she desires, not me, because her bits are bigger and better and because they're destined to be together. During this whole time, I'm speechless. I can't even comprehend what's going on anymore. Luckily, it just so happened that she was so loud that the RA knocked on the door and I was at least functional enough to run and open it. She was too far gone to even notice the knock, so when our lovely RA looked in, all she saw was Robin yelling at her that it was inappropriate to put them away. While she was yelling at him, that one look at her and all of his desire for me would transfer to her. Once the RA managed to recover from, well, the shock of what the f was happening, she immediately stormed in. She's a tiny woman, but was raised by a father in the Marines, a very tough nut to crack, and took control of the situation. She had come because residents were complaining about the noise in Robin's dorm, so she had to investigate. She sat us all down on the couch and had us tell our stories. Robin and I remained firm with our accounts, telling her about Lucy's behavior and what had happened this night. Lucy was crying and blubbering her little destiny spiel, trying to put lies in there about how I scratched her with my fingernail. Bullshit just from looking at her and my nails. She had no scratches on her and my nails are cut down to very blunt. And about how I seduced Robin and stole him from her and blah, 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 blah. The RA knew me personally enough to know that I was Robin's girlfriend and that I would never attack another person for no reason, so of course Lucy's account is taken with a grain of salt. From that point on, 1, it was only a matter of waiting for campus security to arrive so that Lucy could be taken away for disturbing the peace and indecent exposure. Oh yeah, that's a crime. You can't do that. They wanted to take myself and Robin too, but my RA managed to convince them that Lucy was the only one yelling, which she was, and that, if anything, we were the victims. We may get pulled in for further questioning, of course, and the matter itself is still under investigation, so there is a chance that Robin and I may receive write-ups for the incident or something, but such a chance is low. I'll update again when I can, but for now, it's over. We're cutting her off from our friend group. I freaking hope so. Robin and I blocked her on social media and her number, and if it becomes an absolute necessity, we're getting a restraining order. Yeah, I'd recommend that, because this is bad. I know the story is wild and crazy and just unbelievable. I know that. If I had not witnessed this, I would never have believed it myself. If you told me when I first postponed my original post yesterday that I would bear witness to a crazy girl attempting to shove her bits in my boyfriend's face and screaming about how they were destined to be together, I would have asked what you've been smoking and if I could have some of that. But there you go. I'm not asking you to believe me. I'm just asking that if you're capable of coming up with something like this, to send me whatever it is you have that lets you do that. That is crazy. There's no other updates. Thank God. That's a lot. There's a lot. Well, again, I never plan these. I just kind of like look for Reddit posts in real time, and they were all cutting off friends. There you go. We had a theme today. We had an unintentional theme today. Just cut off those toxic friends. Or, yeah, like friends that want to, be king and queen with your boyfriend and take them away and have 3 children. Yeah, I don't know. If this isn't real, great storytelling. That's wild. If it is, Lucy needs some help. Let me know what you guys think. That's it for me today. I will see you in the next one. All right, bye.